Okay, kids, this is my third live stream of the day, of the night now. Whew. People from Europe might be joining us. I was not going to do this, but it needs to be done. Okay. Oh, yeah, I left my shirt off because I wanted to show you the FretLab PRO see, I can't even talk. T-shirt, okay? So FretLab PRO is it's an amazing piece of software that I am developing with my collaborator and good friend, partner, collaborator, friend, Dr. Kevin Housen, who's a retired research scientist from Boeing. So if you don't know what that is, I mean, you know what Boeing is, but FretLab PRO, you got to check it out. Okay, so check it out. Oh, Dr. Aficionado is already watching. Yeah, doctor, I was not going to do this, but I am doing it because it needs to be done. So this is going to be some R&D, live stream. Okay, serious business, and you have a front row seat, and we can collaborate. You can, you can be part of this R&D, or anyone else who cares to join. So I have a guitar here with significant fret wear. Let's just examine and document everything. So that's part of the reason for this live stream, is to document everything. Put my timer on here every hour, because this might take a while. But I want to document everything. And here is the fretboard. So here's the first fret. Okay, so you can see significant fret wear. Okay, now let's go to the second fret. Same thing. So significant fret wear. Now here we see some grooves from the G string, from the wound string. Okay, let's make sure we remember that. Well, we don't need to remember. This is why we're recording. Here, the G string, not so much, interestingly. So this is what fret? That's the third fret. Now the fourth fret, again, documenting everything here. So you can see, we can see the A string fret wear, a little bit of a D string fret wear, and then B and high E. Here we see the E, B, a little bit of G, a little bit of A, and a little bit of E. Interesting fret wear, right? Pattern. And so this is actually a guitar that's played a lot by a professional musician. And here is her hair with some DNA on it. Or maybe it's my hair. Her and her husband are professional musicians. So they earn a living playing music. And they really earn it. Look at that. Oh, here, look at that. G string wear. So which fret is this? This is the 9th fret. Okay? And that's the 10th. Look at that, 11th fret. 12th fret. So they really play this guitar. Okay? No kidding. So I'm documenting all this because we are going to be scanning this with different settings and setups so that we can compare the results. How should I explain this? I'll explain as I continue taking measurements here, which we need to record, which we are recording as we speak. So 3D scanners aren't perfect. Nothing on this planet is perfect. So they have a spec that's called volumetric accuracy. They have another spec called resolution, resolving power, right? And then they also sometimes pick up noise and garbage. Yep, that's it. Now I'm actually thinking of buying a different scanner, different from what I have now. Not sure yet. It's expensive. They're all expensive. But I might have to, because technology evolved. So here, the first fret. Oh, I need more light because I can't see anything. Which light? How about this little one? So we want to make sure that we can scan a guitar accurately. And we want to know what settings to use and what kind of setups, etc. Setups in terms of, you know, should we spray the guitar with a scanning spray or not? And I'm also testing a marker, this one, blue marker. Where is it? Here. And I have another one. Yeah, so we can test different markers. So one marker, which is this one, which I used on one guitar previously. I didn't live stream, did not work. This is a Sharpie Pro. It generated some, you know, unwanted things. All right, so here we go. Oh, my phone. You say back in action. Okay, yes, we're back in action. I really didn't want to do this live stream tonight, but I am doing it. It needs to be done, because I need to work on this guitar. I need to pull the frets out. So I've been procrastinating because of this live stream, okay? So here, the first fret. So the height of the fret, okay, here is 1 point, it's a little more than 1.1. It's not quite 1.2 millimeters. But the height of the fret down this dimple is a little less than 1 millimeter. Now this dimple, it's not quite 0.9, right? So that's the thing with the step gauge. It goes in increments of 0.1 millimeters. So here, oh, this is 1.2. Look at that. And here, so this fret is over radius, right? We have almost 1.3 in height. So more than 1.2, this doesn't fit. And here, .2. We need to refocus a little bit. So what is this? The D string, 1.2. It's more than 1.2. It doesn't really fit, but it's less than 1.3. But the fret height is closer to 1.3. And here, 1 point, you see, we can't even, so it's not 1.3, it's less than 1.2, but the height of the fret is about 1.2. And then we have the E string, the height of the dimple is 1.1, but the fret is more like 1 point. It's a little above. Okay, so now the second fret. Okay, low E string. 1.0 on the dimple. And we have more than 1.1, a little more. But what about this dimple? More than 1.1, less than 1.2. Somewhere closer to 1.1, but the fret itself is about 1.2, you see that? And here, the D, let's get it a little closer here. 1.2-ish. 1.1 isn't it. 1.2, the height of the fret. 1 point. The dimple is closer to 1.1 on this one, but the fret is closer to 1.2. And then we have the B string. That's a deep dimple. 1.0 or maybe 0.9. Yeah, let's call this 0.9. The fret height is 1.1, a little more than that, almost 1.2. And then we have this fret here, I'm sorry, the high E. So less than 0.9, it's about 0.8, look at that, but not 0.7. But the fret height is 1.1. You see that? Now let's measure the third fret. And I'm not writing this down because it's all getting recorded. I can always replay this and then write down everything. It's going to be more efficient that way. So the dimple, 0.9 millimeters. The fret height next to the dimple, 1. A little more than 1.1. It's kind of scraping it here. Dimple here, it's rocking a little bit, so it's a little more than 0.9 millimeters, but less than, you see, less than 1.0. And then we have the G string, 1.2. And then we have our D string here, also about 1.2, but the fret is more than 1.2. We don't know how much exactly. We need a better mechanical measuring device. So 1.2, the dimple, between 1.1 and 1.2, and this dimple here, 1.1 on the low E. But the fret, about 1.2, right? Now let's go to the fourth fret. I don't know how many frets I should measure. I'm going to say at least 5. How about that? Okay, 1.1. 1.0, almost, a little more. You see it's rocking a little bit. The fret is closer to 1.1 fret height next to the dimple. But the A, I'm going to call this more than 1.1, more like 1.2. But the fret height is more like 1.2, so that's less. And then we have the D, almost non-existent fret wear. The G, almost non-existent. But what is the height there? 1.2, yeah. And then we have our B string, 1.0, maybe 0.9. Let me see. If we put 0.9 in the dimple, we see this rocking, right? So that's not right. So 1.0, but we see this space, so it's less than 1.0. Closer to 1.0 than 0.9. The fret height right next to the dimple is 1.2, yeah. And then we have our high E, right there. 1.0. Well, it could be quite somewhere in between, right? Because here we have a gap, and fret height 1 point, more than 1.1. Okay, and this is the last one we're going to measure right there. 1.0, fret height 1.1, I'm going to call it. 1.0, right? Yeah. There's a little gap there. And what else here? Well, I'm just going to measure the fret height here, 1.2. And here, fret height 1.2. No, 1.1. 1.1. 1.1. We have this little thing on the A string. Let's see. I don't think we'll be able to measure a difference there. 1.1, 1.2 is loose. Yeah. So, okay. So, we recorded this for science. I lost my audience. It's all right. So, I know this is tedious. Now we need to prep the guitar for 3D scanning. All right. So, first, I already adjusted the truss rod, but we are going to take a measurement of that and record the measurement. I believe I adjusted the truss rod, if I remember correctly, to be 6/1000ths of an inch. That's center. Now the frets are uneven, so keep that in mind. Measurements are not accurate if the frets are uneven, obviously. So 6/1000ths, okay? So the block is here. And here we have 6/1000ths. No, a little bit less. 5/1000ths. Okay, that's center here. Let's record this. I'm holding it here. 5/1000ths here at the center. Okay, I'm not interested in the differential relief right now. We'll see this in the software. I just want to know how I set up the truss rod. Okay, and now we start putting all the scanning, what do you call them again? Tracking markers. So I have this rail, this goes quick. So first we'll scan without any spray and without any blue marker over the frets. So that's going to be our first scan. And all these scans are test scans, okay? So this is here. This is it. We could put another one here if we really wanted to. Okay, and now we sprinkle some of these confetti. Oh, look at that. I have tape here. Why do I have this tape? I can't remember. Oh, I remember. That's not important. Now, we have these pearl inlays. They are not the best thing for 3D scanning with lasers. So I'm going to put these tracking markers over these, okay? So the laser registers those as craters because of the light being reflected in a weird way. Something I don't quite understand why they look like craters. But that's what these pearl inlays do to a laser scan. Now, fortunately, when you have dot inlays, these registration markers, tracking markers, cover them up pretty well. Oh, and I just realized that the guitar is pushed too far in this direction. Hold on, let me sprinkle a few of these and then I'll move the guitar. I like to put some on the bridge so that they end up at different heights. All right, let me move the guitar. This way. And yeah. So maybe I want to put my keyboard right here. I'm still here. Yeah, it showed 0 viewers. I don't know. I don't think the count is accurate. Let me see. You can never put too many of these registration markers. And as you can see, I'm improvising, so I'm just putting a roll here. Paper towels. This thing goes here. And I'll put the keyboard here. And it won't move. I don't think it will. All right, and now I space these evenly. So the pick guard is elevated. We have a crack here that I'll be repairing. So this guitar is in for a big service. And I did tell the customer that, you know, it'll take a while. Crack repair, brace repair, refret. Yeah, we got work to do on this one. Yeah, this is good. I have to make some of the small ones, some more, but I got these big ones. Just gonna put a few here and there. I don't know if it affects accuracy if you use the big ones or the small ones. I don't think it should, right? And here, this one, little adjustment. Oh, come on. Now, I am not jacking up the soundboard. So normally we would want to string the guitar and jack up the soundboard to match the soundboard deflection then. But we are not going to do this now because that's not really the point of this scan. This scan is all about the fretboard and fret wear. Okay, we want to make sure we develop the best technique for capturing 3D scans of the frets. And now I'm adjusting this camera so that you can see me capture the image with a 3D scanner. I need to buy an additional camera and mount it right there. Come on. so that I don't need to do this every time. But it's an additional expense, and I have enough expenses as it is. All right, so that's fine. Okay, the camera is there. So what will this camera see? I can quickly show you. This camera is going to see this. All right, so now you see the multi-screen, but later we are going to have the Creality software up on the screen. All right, so speaking of the Creality software or business, here's the Creality scanner. Okay, here it is. Is there anything else? Maybe I should move these frets away. I don't know if it makes a difference. I mean, we'll be deleting all that. And maybe I should take a sip. There's a mosquito here. I had a migraine yesterday. And, it was partially because I forgot to drink. Okay. Let me think for a moment. I need to pull a number. Have you ever done a neck reset on the tailors with the NT necks? Those are the new necks, right? I heard. I didn't know they were called NT. So the answer is no, I just heard of them, if that's what you are referring to. I'm going to lose all the comments. Now I need to connect the scanner, but first I need to pull a number there from a work order. Hold on a second. 567. That's easy to remember. The last 3 digits. Okay. So now I am connecting the scanner, and I am going to lose connection to the live stream, whatchamacallit, interface. That's how it works. But the scanner is connected. And now, Creality software, they always ask for the password, although you're supposed to be able to just put it in the preferences, but it doesn't work. And new project was 567 Taylor. What is it? 512? 312. Okay. I'm not good with Taylor numbers. 312 CE. And this is without spray, without anything, what we call this clean scan. Okay, I'll know what that means. Okay, so I just set up this thing, and now I'm setting it up here on the monitor there, so that I can put it there on the monitor. And I'll put the mouse here. All right, and here we go. You can see I just click this scan button. I think I'm gonna have to adjust the exposure. Okay, I just pushed the button here. Let's see how it scans. Yeah, it's too dark. The ebony is very, very dark. No problem. I do have an exposure adjustment here with the mouse. And you can see that this is now capturing better, you know. And I can show you the screen. So you see the exposure setting is 498. Okay, so we want to make a note of that. Okay, where do we see this? We see this on that exposure setting, 498. Right there where the mouse is. You know, I can bump it up to 500, 490, whatever, 498. It's about 500, right? Just keep scanning now. It's kind of dark there. Now, I don't know how the brightness affects the accuracy, especially with reflective frets. If it's brighter, does that mean that you get more reflection and noise? I don't know. So, this way. Now here's also scanning part of the microscope, which you can see right there. Right there. No problem, we are going to delete that anyway. I do want to make sure that I capture all that fret wear. So this is why this guitar is a good candidate for this, because it's got all this fret wear. How about we scan the guitar first? Okay, it is an acoustic guitar, so I scan the whole soundboard. Although, because we're not really doing an acoustic guitar, we won't be doing an acoustic guitar setup, I could delete the soundboard. I don't know, let me think about that. And just keep the bridge, or just the saddle, that's enough. Yeah, you know, I kind of like that idea. So why don't we not worry about the soundboard and just worry about the bridge, the saddle, and the frets. Okay, so I think I've captured the saddle, which you can see right there. Everything turned green. I think that's good. Maybe from this side. I'm going to delete the bridge. I'm just going to keep the saddle. Okay, we have it. And now we do want to scan the actual board. Okay, because we are also developing a fretboard profile functionality, which is already working, but we are improving it, so we need that. Okay, I think I need to up the exposure a little bit. You can see. So let's go up to 670. How about that? Now you'll see when we spray the guitar, this will be scanning very, very rapidly. Okay, now it isn't really cooperating. The ebony is very dark. So maybe we need to increase the brightness. So when we have this kind of ebony, brightness to 620-ish. And when I increase the brightness, you can see the laser lines. Oh, they look pretty bright, but I want to go over to the other side anyway, like this. And I want to capture part of the side of the fretboard. So where basically where the binding would normally be. Okay, for whatever reason, that part of the fretboard is not cooperating. It's still kind of, I don't know if it's darker, or is it because there's not enough light from above? As in this light here, this one. Let me see if anything happens if I increase the light. Okay, so we have that. It's better not to shoot the lasers from above, just a little bit from the side. Okay. So we do have the side of the fretboard, I think, on the other side, on the treble side, all captured. Let's capture the fretboard from here. And then this side also, where the side markers are. I think we're almost done. And this time I will be doing a full cleanup of the scan live. Okay, so this is all going to be done for you. You can watch me do everything, because I want to document every step of the procedure. So if I want to know how I've achieved certain results, I can just rewatch my own live stream. All right. Well, there's still a little bit of dark showing up right there between the nut and the first fret, and also on the bass side between the first and second frets. And I don't know how much I should worry about that. I think we should end it here. Okay. That kind of bothers me a little bit. Okay. All right. Let's have a look at the scan. I think we could. So we click here, and we let it process. Now, is this keyboard on? No. That's why it's not working. Oh, look at that. We have this. Now, I wanted to use the keyboard. Oh, so I can do this, right? And this, but it wasn't working. All right, no problem. And I do need the keyboard to do the cleanup. So we are going to delete all this garbage that we don't need. Okay. and also the soundboard. I know it looks good, but we don't want it for this one. Let's just delete. We have less to look at. There's some junk right there. And we have, oops. Sometimes it just jumps. Okay, so let's go here. Oh, I hate this magic mouse. Apple. Delete that. There's something here. Uh-huh. Damn magic mouse. Okay. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is tedious. I know. We can reset the view. There's some. You see, it's not supposed to do this. It's this mouse. Now, the soundboard, there's junk there. We can just set it up like this, because we want to delete everything except the saddle. Okay, so I'll try this. Tight space over there. Let's see what we've captured. Okay, we can delete this. We'll clean up the bridge in a minute. So you see, this is a noise here. I don't know how that happens, to be honest. I wish I understood so that I can, oh, there's some noise there, so that I can avoid it. Delete that. And then we have this junk. I thought I saw some pixels. There's, come on. Okay, yeah, I don't know if I should be doing all this live or if I should be just setting up the guitar for another scan. I don't know, I can't make up my mind. Yeah, so this becomes tricky. So we want to remove as much detail as possible that we don't need. And here around the saddle. Is that something? No. Okay. This might be good. Delete that. Reset the view. Zoom in. I see a pixel right there. And then we have this. Boom. Is that clean? So I'm almost done. So I used to do these cleanups by looking at, because I see the same view right there in the teleprompter. But now I figured out how to set it up so I can see it here. Okay. Almost. I just want to do one more pass on this. To even out the bottom of the fretboard. Let's inspect it before I delete anything. Maybe I grabbed too much, so now I can deselect this and this. And maybe even this. Okay, delete. Boom. Oh, some junk, some floaters right there. Yeah, they were like above. Delete that. Reset the view. Zoom in. I think that's okay. And now I just set up ultra detail and resolution and click the processing. And now, as you can see, it is processing and optimizing. So now we don't want to touch it. This takes a few minutes. Since I'm running on battery power, I want to make sure that I have enough juice. Okay. And I was running low. And checking my timer. So this took about 45 minutes so far. And now I want to, so let's keep the scanner connected to the Wi-Fi. And now I am going to mark off the frets with this blue marker. So why don't we do that? I think I remove this. Okay, so this I need to clean first because I got some red marker stains on this and I need my acetone. Okay. I have also this marker which is pigment based. So this one is, oh, this is done. All right, so this is now a point cloud that's been generated. You can see that it's a point cloud, because if we zoom in, we can see through it. And now we are going to generate our mesh like that. And this goes much faster. And done. You see, this is our mesh. Now, our project title is this 567. Okay, Taylor 312 CE, clean. So we want to 567 Taylor 312 CE clean. Oh, caps. Come on. CE clean mesh. That's it. New folder. No. Hold on a second. So we are exporting this in the 3D projects. New folder, yeah. 5, 6, 7, right? Taylor 312 CE folder. Okay, boom, and it's done. Okay, so now let me just clean this so that we can mark the frets with blue. So like I said, I also have this pigment-based marker, and this one is not stain-based. What is it called? Well, it's not pigment-based. It's the other thing. It's dye-based, okay? So you can have pigments or dyes, two different things. Pigments do add a thickness, okay? Dyes add the thickness of a fingerprint, so you can ignore it. Okay, so blue should reflect blue light pretty well. Oh, but I gotta make sure that it goes in the dimples, right? Okay. Oh, and I am actually moving these markers now. Okay, I'm gonna have to reposition them. So I've already experimented with this blue marker a little bit, but the tests were inconclusive. This is now a better way to test it. And this marker was expensive. It's supposed to be satin, so not glossy. Although I see a little gloss. I'm going to do all of them so that we have the same situation on all the frets. Oh, okay. Looks like there's some oils on some of the frets. I can't remember if this one is alcohol based. I researched a lot, okay? And this one was a good candidate for this, possibly. Okay, so now I need to place those markers back where they were. Covering the mother pearl inlays. This one also. And God damn it. All right, and we're ready, I think. We're ready to do our second scan. So what are we doing? Oh, I can set it up from here. I got the keyboard right here. Gotta put this back up. Like that. I don't really need this rail, but it's easy enough to do. And now I go back home. Yes, close current project. New project. Ah, this turned off. So I can't do a new project until I reconnect the scanner. That's how it works. All right, so we wait for that. And this will be our second scan. What's happening? I think I might have to reconnect it here. Yes. Okay, it's reconnecting. Okay. See? Now it's blue, so I can click on new project. Come on. And I call it, what was it again? 567 Taylor. What is it? 312 CE, and we're going to call it blue. Okay, blue. I know what that is. Markers. And scan. All right. You see the blue light there, right? So, we have the same issue with the fretboard. It's too dark, so we are going to up this. So we were around 500, right? 498, and then the brightness, we might as well go to where we were, around 598, okay. All right, so let's do that. We're capturing. And you'll see once we spray it, it'll go much faster. I have to spray right there. And let me just pause the scan. All right. So, should I use this marker also? I mean, I did buy it. So this one has a ball on the inside, a sphere. All right. This is really, really slow. But I kind of want to work with the same brightness as I did before and same exposure. Because if I change too many things, well, then it's less scientific. But I am working with an actual scientist. So once again, the developer of this software is Dr. Kevin Housen, who is a retired research scientist. He's an astronomer, and he worked. He was running the physics research lab at Boeing. I hope I said this right. I think I did. So why is this not cooperating this time? All right. Let's do it from the other side. Maybe that helps. So we might need to up the exposure or something. It's jittery. I think I hear my computer fan running. So something is happening there. Yeah, let me pause and check my computer. Okay, the 1 hour timer. What am I hearing? Yeah, the computer fan is running. Let me check. The battery is at 39%. Yeah, it's really running. Are there any apps I need to quit? Yes. Final Cut, quit. I should have quit that. And also text message. And what else can I quit? Should I quit? Oh no, I don't want to quit the browser. Well, that's about it. That's all I can quit. Oh, it's cleaning up the memory. That's why it's... Is that a mosquito? So I need to wait for this cycle to clean the memory. I have a memory clean app. It's at 85% now. So whenever it does that, it slows down the computer. But then it frees up memory, 99%. 14 gigs, 14 and a half gigs cleaned, 60% available. So now it should be running more smoothly. Let's hope. Yeah, you see? And it's scanning, is it? Let's capture this. You know what? The bridge. How about that? So same with this one. All we care about is the saddle. Okay. Again, I want to capture the other side, the edge of the fretboard. That's actually important if we do any kind of resurfacing, leveling the frets, etc. in the software, which I am very likely to actually do, because this guitar will be refretted. Okay, I feel that I need to up the exposure or something, but I don't want to do it because I want to be consistent. Now we are going to change the exposure for the next one, which will be with the spray. Although I still haven't made up my mind if I want to do one extra run with this marker. Let's see how this goes. Now these 3D scans look so neat. I wish I could keep everything. But yeah, we only want the information that we actually need for the software. And I don't know how many people are watching. I can't tell because my computer is no longer connected to the internet. Because we need to use this, it's called a bridge for the Wi-Fi, so it's no longer connected to the internet here. The Wi-Fi on my computer is no longer connected to the internet, to the router. Okay. We have some dark spots there in first position. I don't know, the exposure is the same as it was before, right? Or did I up the exposure a little bit? I can't even remember. I didn't write it down. I think I might have. So, let me see. So it's just there in first position. So let's just up the exposure a little bit here. 555, how about that? All right. That's easy to remember. Yeah, so I don't know what it takes to remove this marker from the frets. I guess acetone. Let's attack from the other side. Oh, come on, this has got to work now. I don't even know if it matters that there's a little dark area there on the board. So there's another scanner that I want that has a better volumetric accuracy. And I don't know. It's slightly better, but sometimes, you know, that's kind of like the straw that breaks the camel's back. I don't know, right? It might just be what it needs. Although we also want to make this software work for people who have, you know, less expensive 3D scanners. Okay, so I think this looks good, right? Which means I can pause it and we can look at it to inspect it, and we can click this button, and then we can click this button, and we can let it process. It's processing, and I can still hear the fan on my computer. So maybe I want to disconnect this and turn it off. Oh, this has a fan as well. Oh, yeah. Oh, I just realized there's a vent here, so I shouldn't put this on the carpet. That's the fan I was hearing. So let me recharge the battery a little bit. Okay. So you see, that's important. I never realized that. Okay. Back to this screen. Now we want to clean it up. Where's my mouse? Come on. Let's grab a lot of this junk right away. Can we just delete it? Is it safe? I think so. We can grab this as well. Let's grab this. There's a side dot. There's another side dot right there. Oh. That's Apple Magic Mouse, you know. It's so annoying. We'll grab all this. Let's grab all this. You see how it moved? But I think we're good. Delete. And we had these floaters there. Stop moving. only move when I tell you to move. Oh, okay, so did it grab the saddle? No, it did not. We can delete all that, and now we need to clean up the bridge, the saddle. So we, come on. Oh, that's unbelievable how annoying this magic mouse is. Oh, come on. All I want to do is release the click. Okay. So this is the first time I'm cleaning up an acoustic guitar like this. Usually I keep the whole soundboard, but I want to do it this way this time. We have this junk. Now let's reset the view. Let's look at it up close. See how it just kind of flies in all directions? There's something red there. Oh, come on. I really hate the magic mouse for this. It's not ideal. I wish I had captured more of the side. I guess we can clip the nut a little bit there. Okay, I think we got it. So, I see some floaters right there. I gotta pick that up. I think there's one more floater right there. Oh, come on, stop moving. Okay. I think we're good. Delete. And now I set up the ultra details, maximum resolution, and I click processing. And now it's processing and optimizing. Okay. So now, once again, we'll let it do its thing. And now I want to remove the blue marker from the frets. So we'll use the acetone for that. So I don't know if I have it in me to do another scan with this marker on the frets, or should I just do that some other time on another guitar? It's almost midnight. Yeah, I don't know if I have it in me. Okay, this comes off easily. I'm not worried about putting any of the blue marker on the board, since I actually will be planing down the board anyway. I heard a ding, which means this has been processed as a cloud point, and now we are going to process maximum faces as a mesh. Okay, and it's done. Okay, so okay, I lost one registration marker here from here. So now let me think for a moment, and this one here. If I do this, oh, I need to remove this blue. I don't know. Let me see. I don't think this is an ideal medium, because it kind of floods the dimples. Yeah, I can see. But how does it dry up? So let's just do one and see how it dries up. Can we look through the microscope, or do I need to move the guitar? Yeah, the guitar is in the wrong place right now. I don't want to move the guitar, because I can see this without the microscope. So I don't know if it might dry flat, because now it's wet. I don't know how long it takes to dry. It is gray, kind of like neutral gray color, so which is good. So while this is drying, let me just save this file, export. What was it? 567 Taylor, right? What is it? 312 CE, and this was blue. That's blue marker, mesh. Save. Boom. It saved it. Let's have a look at this. I don't know. I think I might need to move the guitar to look through the microscope. Let me try the other fret. Okay, so now we need to wait. All right. So far, so good. I think I'm gonna have to move the guitar to look at this. Okay, no big deal. I will put it back in a moment. I just need to just kind of move it like this. Okay, so is this? Hold on a second, I'm confused. What are we seeing here? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is adding a whole big layer and you can see that I didn't apply it properly, right? I don't know what I should do. So which fret is this? This is the first fret. Now we have the second fret here. Okay, so let's observe this one as is. So there's a puddle as it's drying up. So yeah, I mean, look, it does flatten. So this might be good. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I guess it's worth running a test. I think so, right? So let's do it. I just need to apply it better than I did on the first fret. So on the sides, and like this on top. And do I need to do all of them or just the first 5 frets? How about that? First 5. Because those are the ones we measured. Although these have significant fret wear as well. So if it works out well, we're going to want to measure these. Yeah, I don't need this thing. Okay, we'll do 11, 12 frets. How about that? and here on the side a little bit, right? It's missing. The fret ends. I'm just touching up the fret ends. So, yeah, I was supposed to go to a networking event tomorrow. I wanted to sign up for something for like a service, but their payment processor wasn't working when I try to pay. So I guess I'm not going. Well, I know I'm not going. I am repositioning these tracking markers now. Where they need to go. How did this one go from here to there? I don't know. This is just to avoid those horrible craters that are caused by the pearl inlays. I know you don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah. We call them craters. Okay, that's good. Now, I hope this comes off with the acetone. I think I missed a spot. Where's the marker? Right there on the side. All right. Yeah. Well, I hope so, right? If not, we'll have to skip our spray test. So while I'm setting this up, I can see if the acetone works on this. I think it does. I think I already tried once. Yeah, just comes off. All right. It's messier than the blue, but that's to be expected because it's a pigment-based marker. All right, we want this to dry up completely before we scan, because otherwise we will not have a conclusive test. It's almost midnight. Let me check something. So I don't know if I have an audience or not. I honestly have no idea. Maybe I can check here on YouTube. Let's see. Oh, Dr. Slam also. True Blue, yeah. Dr. Slam says True Blue. NT stands for New Technology. And no, they're not the new style ones. Oh, I don't know. No one told me anything. Okay. I think this is all dry. There's a shiny spot right there, which worries me, because we might get a reflection and then noise from the reflection. So now we're gonna wait for this to dry. All right. So yeah, so the NT neck, no technology, and they're not the new style ones. So they are which ones? So I mean, I do tailor neck resets all the time. Are they called NT? Oh, Rubbish Guitar Bloke is here. He says hello. Well, if you're a bloke, I think you're a he. So I think I'm right about that. And oh, by the way, there's a new video on the main channel. Watch it if you haven't done so, because there's some interesting stuff there to see. And it's not really going viral. And I'm replying to comments and they reply back. See, I have a trick with comments. I sometimes ask questions. So if someone posts a comment, then I ask them a question, which means most likely they'll reply. And then YouTube sees that, oh, there's a lot of, talk on this video. So then it shows it to more potential viewers, etc. So yeah. And I came up with the idea of doing that. So no one told me. I even hired a YouTube guru once, and I had to fire her because she was useless. Yeah, she went on a cruise with our money after she collected it, and I was like, nah. So then I contacted her, and she didn't want to give a refund. I'm like, you know what, I'm just calling my credit card. But then she didn't fight it. She didn't fight the... Yeah, she got the message. Whatever. All right, so my scanner must be recharged by now. We got 4 bars. Good. All right. Let's turn it on. It's blue. That's a good sign. So now I know that there are vents here. Oh, what a place to put them. I mean, So this is why it was heating up, because I put it on the carpet like this, so it was just... All right. Now I am going to connect the scanner as soon as it shows up there on the list, which it just did. Okay, we're back in business. So 2 more scans if everything goes according to plan. And my battery power is good on my thing, and my laptop battery is at what percentage? 56. Okay, so we're good on that. All right. Gotta throw this on the screen. Oh, yeah. Okay, kids. Here we go. So this is our last scan. So we go back to home. Yes, we want to go back to home. Yes, we want to do a new project. We're going to call it 567 Taylor 312 CE Gray. Gray. That's it. And we OK that. And we up the resolution. Here's the scanner. And we start scanning. So because we didn't spray the board, I know that we need to adjust the exposure and all that. Let's just start with that. So the exposure was at around 500, right? And this was around 555, right? I see I didn't write these things down. Okay, whatever. Now it's like this. Okay, we're scanning. I don't have enough of a scientific approach. My partner will yell at me. Well, this is why I call this quackery, okay? So, not science. I don't call it guitar science. I call it guitar quackery. So, it is what it is. Pseudoscience. So the gray seems to work really well. I mean, I can see how it's capturing the frets. You know, the gray responds well to this scanner. Now, how about the frets from the 13th fret? Is there a difference? Well, they're also scanning well. I wish it was a slightly lighter gray. Although I don't know what works best. This is why we do tests. All right. So this one is going to take a few minutes because, again, we didn't spray the black ebony board. But the next one should go pretty fast because we're going to spray it. And I want to save some time. Oh, interesting. Look at that. You see those stripes next to the, what is that, the second fret? That's acetone. That's, okay, so we learned something. So with acetone, I guess you remove some reflective oils or something? You see that first and second frets, they have those stripes? And that kind of helps with the scan. And we see the stripes on the other, next to the other frets as well. Just not as noticeable. Okay, I think I need to up the exposure a little bit. Okay, I don't want to go beyond 600. It's 606 on the brightness now. I mean, it is there to be used. I just don't know if it, if then the resolution suffers because you up the brightness. I don't know. I don't know anything. They don't really tell you that. It's not really well documented. So we might be getting good results on the frets with this gray marker. I don't know. I don't like how it's scanning the side of the fretboard there. Alright, let's scan the saddle. So the scanning spray, well, there are different ones, right? The one that I have is supposed to be the best one for fine objects because it doesn't add much of a layer. So, I don't know. We'll see. But I will have to remove the gray marker first. So we'll need to clean that up. Okay, so the saddle is good. All right. Let's just go over the fretboard one more time just to make sure. I want to make sure the edge is nicely scanned. I don't know why the image is jumping like this. Jittery. So the side of the fretboard is dark and it has gloss finish. So that's why it's not capturing well, I think. But yeah, I think I'll stop here. That's it. And now I am it's processing and boom. Okay. There we have it. So the fan is working here on this. I'm going to put it like this so that it vents out. Okay, let's start the cleanup. Okay. The red looks cool, right? There are some floaters right there. I went into the board here, so we can deselect this, no problem. Delete. Boom. Yeah, now I can see that there's something here. Is there something here? No, it's just on my screen. On the outside of my screen I saw something. But I think I saw something here. So let me just select this. Yeah, there was something red there. And this. Ah, magic mouse. I hate this thing. You see, as I release it, it zooms out. All I want to do is release it. All I do is release the damn thing. Okay. We were lucky on this one. Delete? Yeah, let's see. We have a floater here. What else? The nut. Oh, we got some floaters right there as well. Check this out. A little floater here. There's something going on here, right? All right. Now, the side of the fretboard. I think that's okay. I just want to move it 1 pixel. Okay. The front of the nut is fine. I guess I could remove a little more here. Because it didn't scan the side anyway, so we don't have a complete scan there on the side. Yeah, I think it looks fine. Ultra detail, max resolution, processing. So as it's processing, I am going to remove these these things because we need to spray the guitar and then add some. Okay. And we don't need that many anyway because I changed my mind about keeping the entire soundboard anyway. So we don't need that. So we don't want to spray over these markers because then the laser will not see them because they'll be sprayed over. And once we spray the pearl inlays, we won't need to cover them with the markers anyway. So this should go quick. Okay, so we put this here. It's a bit warm. Yeah, put the keyboard here. And maybe, where's the other neck rest? Because this neck rest also has some scanning markers on. So, like that. Okay. All right. So the spray must be toxic. I don't know. It smells horrible. So I think I'll walk out. And you know what? I need to recharge my watch. And how are we doing on the battery here? Oh, 4 bars. That's okay. All right. Mic battery is still good. And we don't want to spray over these either. Okay, so this is rendered. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. We can't just spray it. We need to remove the gray marker first. Okay. I'm glad I'm thinking. So here we have this, and now we are going to produce a mesh. That was a point cloud. That's done? Yeah. And export. So Taylor 312 CE gray mesh. Okay, save that. Boom. That's done. Go back home. Yes, we're going to do a new project. But first, we need to clean this up with acetone. Yeah, comes off. Easily. Oh, but it gets stuck in the dimples. Okay. Which normally would not be an issue, because we would be removing the frets anyway. Probably. Yeah, they need to be completely clean for science and pseudoscience. Science and pseudoscience are closely related. historically speaking. And history is still happening now as we speak, right here in front of us. And also in doctors' offices. Okay. I think we're good. So I learned something that acetone kind of cleans the board, but we'll be spraying it anyway. So I don't think this matters now. Okay. We have this. That's laid out properly. And now we have the spray. I don't want to spray my phone. And like I said, oh, this is beeping, so let's put another hour here on the timer. Yeah, this doesn't smell good, so I'll walk out. I'll hold my breath, and then I'll walk out. So I won't be talking as I'm holding my breath, obviously. But I'll just walk out for half a minute. And I'll be right there, and then I can talk from the outside. All right. Let's do it. I think it's good. All right. Oh, come on. Horrible smell. And yeah, I wasn't breathing. I was just holding my breath. So this adds a couple of microns. I forgot. I researched it. And I'm gonna have to buy a new one. So on spray cans, I don't know if you knew that, but there, sometimes you see dots next to the nozzle, and those actually tell you where the straw is, so that you know how to turn it so that it sucks from the corner. Now this one doesn't have that. Yeah, well, has a little ball bearing. I think the straw is here because it gets stuck. Yeah. I'll map it out next time. Okay, let's see if it still smells bad. I don't want to wait too long. Still smells bad. All right, let me inhale. I won't be talking, but I'll be rearranging stuff, okay? Okay, now I'm talking, I'm breathing. And we only need a few of these now. Right there on the bridge. this transition. You can never put too many of these. Just a transition. Okay, I think we're good. Let's do some scanning. Okay. Okay, so this is good. I'm gonna have to reconnect the scanner. This one should go fast because it's been sprayed. Okay, let me see. Scanner. It's not showing up yet. Come on. Ah, there it is. Okay. We have that. We have the scanner. It should go fast now. This app doesn't always work the way it should. Okay, so we have this. No project. I clicked. Okay. 567 Taylor. 312 CE. SB is spray. I've used that before. And that's it. Okay it. Oh, resolution. Maximum. Boom. Okay, we start scanning. And now let's check out how fast it's scanning. Now I'm not even adjusting the exposure or the brightness, as you can tell. I did not make an adjustment there. I didn't spray that part of the fretboard. You see that it's missing a little bit there between the first and second frets around. All right, so I missed. But you can see how it's scanning much faster. And we don't have issues with the pearl inlays because they've been sprayed over. Like that. Mm-hmm. Check this out, right? So yeah, you save time when you use the spray. Now, I'm just interested in the frets. They have a very, very fine coat. I can barely see any. So, I hope that helps. And I hope it doesn't throw off the measurements. We're developing this now in 2026, but obviously laser scanners are going to continue to get better. See, I missed a little part right there, so now I got to spend more time there. All right. Let's do the saddle. I don't even care about the bridge. This will be easier to clean up. Check this out because it's not even going to really capture the bridge. It's just going to capture the saddle because it's brighter in color. So it reflects light better. I'm too close. I think we have the saddle. Okay. Let's just make sure we have all the frets and everything. I'm just a little bit worried about this part of the fretboard right there. It's still kind of pink. And even the side of the fretboard here. Well, I think we need to stop it right here. Okay, we freeze. This way. Okay, let's see. Let's inspect. I think we're good. Okay. So we've captured, 4 scans today. So that's good. Let's go back to this. Start cleaning up. And I'm going to upload this on the cloud for my partner to look at whenever he has the time. So this is good. I should have sprayed the side better, but I didn't. So now it is what it is. Okay. This should go quick now. Ah, god damn it. I think it's still good. I think this magic mouse, you just touch it and, So I'm not sure if I should deselect a little bit here. I think so. And you see how it just zoomed out? Come on. But I think we're good with the saddle. Oh, now I deselected there a little bit. I think we're good. Delete. Let's see what we got. Is that good? I think it's good. Let's reset. Ah, there's a floater right there in the sky. Yep. It turned red and I deleted it. There's another floater. Little speck of dust or something. Just making sure. Okay, delete. And let's set up the ultra fine details, same resolution, everything. Boom. Okay, it's optimizing and processing. Okay, so now I can turn off this scanner. I can disconnect it. Charge it, all of it. Whew. All right. Made some progress. We're almost done. I can start breaking down. So I could have sprayed it a little more on the sides. Yeah, okay, next time. I'm just interested in the fret tops at this point. Okay, so. I heard a ding, which means the file is ready. That's the cloud, a point cloud. And now, where's my mouse? Here. So here we set up maximum number of faces, no filling. Yeah, that's it. And boom. And that's good, I guess. We export. 567 Taylor 312 CE SP means spray mesh. Boom. Okay. Yeah. I think we can close this app. Let's put it on the other screen there, and we can quit the app. What does it say? Close the application. Yes. Boom. All right. Whew. So okay, so this is the guitar. We don't need this camera here anymore. Okay, so this took 2 hours and 20 minutes. If we had more time, I would now be opening stuff in FretLab PRO, but I'm tired. It's 12:38, and I still need to clean up all this mess, and I just gotta go home. Yesterday I had a migraine, and I just, yeah, I couldn't make a video, and tomorrow morning maybe I want to make a video. So I gotta get up at a decent time, because I missed the video for this week. I want to make 2 videos at least. One for the exclusive content and one for early access, like a week in advance. And I also like to make one for long-term early access. So, you know, I got a lot going on, and a few things that I want to do, but okay. My mouse is here. We can turn off this keyboard. All right, so is this going to be a success story? I don't know. It's an experiment, so there's no such thing as a failed experiment. We just learned something. If things didn't work out quite perfect. Okay, so that's that. I think I'm still streaming. Let me see. Yeah, I seem to be streaming. Oh, Dr. Rubbish Guitar Blog says I've posted a new video. It doesn't show good things about Fender's design on the Squire Sonic Mustang. Oh, interesting. Surprising. Okay, friends, I am going to say good night. I don't know how many people are watching. Let me see here. Oh, I'm going to give it a thumbs up here. Boom. That's it. So make sure you give it a thumbs up. 4 people watching. 4 likes, it says. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm going to say good night now. All right? So, good night.